Hi guys, it's KINO. Welcome to another video. So today's reading is going to be a message that was meant for you. Whenever you happen to find this video, this is what you need to hear, what you need to know right now. So there are 4 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. So number 1 is Angelite. Number 2 is Spirit Quartz. Number 3 is Ametrine. And number 4 is Rutile Quartz. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so this reading is for those of you who are drawn to the Angelite. We're gonna see what messages you are meant to hear right now. So the very first card that has come out for you let me just show you up close because it is so cute. It's the Hanged Man from the Paw Tarot. And I wanted to tell you guys that I'm actually getting angelic vibes from this pile. So it could be that the being who is coming through today to give you guys this message is actually an angel or an archangel, especially for those of you who have a particular archangel that you like to frequently talk to or frequently work with. I wouldn't be surprised if that is them who is coming through for you today. The biggest message that they have for all of you, so this is going to apply to everybody who picked this pile, is that there is absolutely nothing to worry about. You guys have nothing to be worried about. You guys have nothing to be stressed about. You guys have nothing to be afraid of. Everything is going to be okay. In fact, everything's going to be more than okay. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beyond your expectations. I know that worrying is an inevitable part of life, and it can be constructive if it's, bringing to our attention something that needs to change or something that needs to be fixed. But I'm feeling like for this pile, a lot of you guys do tend to worry and fret about things that are not really necessary, that are not really helpful. So you may worry about things that you cannot change, or you may worry about things that are not even going to happen, like stressing about future scenarios that are not going to happen, or stressing about what if people think this of me and they totally don't think that about you at all, or thinking negatively about yourself when that's not true, or stressing about the past that you cannot change. It's like worrying for no result or worrying for no reason. I guess you could say it like that. And this angel or this spirit guide who is coming through really wants you to stop that, not because it's going to get in the way of any blessings, but just because they want you to feel better, just because they want you to feel good. And the less you worry, the more you're in a peaceful and happy state of mind, the easier and the stronger this being can come through to help you. Yeah, I really feel this is a guide or an angel. So that's a really, really big message for you guys, is not to worry, not to stress, because everything is going to be okay. You are going to be more than okay. The other message is that wherever you are right now, this is exactly where you're meant to be. So those of you who are feeling like you are behind schedule, you should have progressed more, you should have done more, you should be more by now. It's like that's not fair to yourself, or that's too hard on yourself. You're exactly where you should be right now, and you're doing an amazing job. And this can be kind of hard to accept if we feel like we should have more, or we should have gained more by now, or that we should have moved on to the next chapter of our life. This is about having clarity and serenity in your current situation and understanding that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So for some of you, there may be a need to really center yourself in the present moment and gain a new perspective on your situation so that you can understand why you're here. There's always a reason to be exactly where we are. For some of you, there is still a lesson. I don't want to say hiding, but it's like there's a lesson in your present situation that you haven't seen yet. There's some important information that you still need to get before you move on to your next chapter. It's like this chapter isn't finishing yet, and maybe you've felt like it should be finished, but there's like still something there. I have this image of, I don't even know if this is a real thing, but I guess it happens in like games sometimes, like video games or computer games or something, where it's like not letting you move to the next level, and you're like, why? I feel like I did all the tasks, I feel like I found all the objects, like why isn't it letting me move on? And it's like, because there's still something that you're missing. I feel like some games are like that. I don't know, I haven't played games in a very long time, but hopefully that resonates for some of you. It's like there's still something here that you're not seeing. There's still a lesson to be learned. For those of you who are wanting to take some action to move on to a new level of your life, like change your job or move houses, move on to something new, I think this guide is saying just hold on, just wait. Don't make any decisions yet, or don't take any actions yet, because there's still something you're not seeing. Maybe it's a new option that's going to present itself to you. Maybe it's important information about the situation or the person that you're dealing with that is going to change your mind. It's like you haven't seen everything yet, so just wait. Like there's something else important that is coming. So any of you guys who are trying to decide right now between like, should I take action or should I wait? I think the answer is wait. And any of you guys who are thinking, should I hold on or should I let go? Or like, should I keep waiting? Should I move on? The answer is keep waiting and keep holding on for a little bit longer, because something important is going to reveal itself to you that will help you make the right decision as you move forward, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here from the Hanged Man. Now we're going to take a look at some oracle cards. So yeah, I'll just lay them all out at the same time. So we have trust, awakening. I'm trying to decide how I want to lay everything out. And this says energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Emotions, I cultivate emotions that guide me. And trust again. So you have the message of trust coming through twice. A lot of you probably need to hear that you need to trust your intuition more, and that you need to trust this spirit guide more too, this spirit guide with a very big perspective. I love that it's coming through as a cat twice. I felt really drawn to use this cat paw deck, but I love this card so much. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck because I just think it's so cute how he's like right on her head. Like he's never leaving her. He's connected to her. You can even see that he's close to her heart. This may be like your primary spirit guide who is always with you. For some of you, it could even be somebody who has passed over to the soul world, who was once incarnated with you, somebody who has passed on. They're always, always with you, even when you don't feel them. Like I said earlier, some of you guys may have trouble connecting with your higher self sometimes, or connecting with this guide because of excessive worry. It is much easier to hear the messages from them when you are feeling trusting, when you are feeling at peace. Because if you're in a state of worry and stress, even if they did come through, you would probably just doubt the message or dismiss it. It's like you wouldn't accept it anyway, you wouldn't hear it anyway. So it's really important for you guys to have some sort of routine or some sort of habit in place where you can calm yourself down. A message for you guys, if you're not already, it might be good for you guys to like disconnect and leave a significant amount of time before you go to bed. Like if you're the type of person to be looking at your phone or be on your laptop or, you know, talking to people right until the minute you get into bed, it might make your mind too active or even agitated. And if you can like meditate before going to bed, or Even reading would be better, I think, but just put yourself in that calm, peaceful state. This will allow your spirit guide to come through to you much, much easier. Your spirit guide has been trying to communicate with you through dreams, and if you guys have been remembering dreams, there's a meaning to them. Even if it seems like nonsense at the time, there's actually a deeper meaning. So if any of you guys have been having dreams and you wake up and you're like, what was that? I would maybe like Google and look at a few results of what you saw in your dream, because there is a meaning for it. The other night I had a dream about my cat playing the trumpet. Is it random? I thought so, but maybe I should actually Google that. Anyway, so you have the message of trust twice, and you also have this message of awakening. And I'm sort of starting to get a feel of what you guys might be going through right now. Oh, and you know what's interesting? So the Hanged Man is the card in tarot that comes right before death. And death is about transformation, and it could even be about an awakening, because it's like the death of your ego, the death of your inauthentic self, and the rebirth of you as your highest authentic self. You guys definitely have an awakening coming. You're right on the brink of it, of this huge upgrade in your life. Finding your life purpose, or being presented the opportunity to pursue your passions. Reuniting with soulmates, enhancing, that's not the right word, developing your spiritual abilities. You guys are like right on the brink of this massive awakening. You're in this chapter that comes right before the death card, right before this rebirth. And it's like, you guys are very tapped into your intuition, which you need to trust more. But I think what's happening is like, from a soul level, you can feel this awakening coming. And on some level, it's like you're already there, but it hasn't been reflected in your 3D experience yet. So it's causing this frustration. It's causing this, why hasn't it happened yet? And feeling like maybe you missed something, or you took a wrong turn, something has gone wrong. So many things that you feel on a soul level. This offer is coming to me. This opportunity is coming. This relationship is coming. This awakening is coming. And then in the 3D, it's crickets. So you're like, what is this gap about? Did I mess up? Did I do something wrong? It's just that things take time in the 3D to unfold. The plan is completed in the 5D, usually, long before it comes into the 3D, because the 3D is very dense. It's like molasses. So your soul already senses the plan. And because there's that gap with your 3D experience, it feels like something has gone wrong. I feel like that's where a lot of you guys are at. So it requires patience, and it requires trust that if it hasn't come to the 3D yet, it's because it's not supposed to be happening yet. There may be things that you still need to learn. There may be objects that you still need to find. And it will come at the perfect time. There is definitely divine timing at play in your life right now. So it's not because you did anything wrong. It's not because you're behind schedule. Everything is happening at the perfect time. This is what your guides really want you to trust. In the new chapter of your life, it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot more leisurely. I'm just looking at this beach setting with the ocean and the palm tree. You guys are entering a chapter of your life where things are not going to be so hard. You're going to be rewarded a lot more for the work that you do. Your relationships are going to be a lot more authentic. And your interactions with the people around you are actually going to charge you rather than drain you. Things are going to feel so lush. That's the word that's coming to my mind. So lush, so abundant, so easy. You're feeling that something is off. It's not wrong, Like we're not trying to belittle how you're feeling. Like you feel like something is off, well, it's not. Sit down and enjoy your present moment. It's not like that, but just recognizing where this feeling comes from. Your emotions are guiding you. So if you're feeling like something is off, it is because there's a gap between your soul sensing what has been planned for you and what is brewing in the 5D. And look, I just noticed there's a number 3 and 5 here. So it's like 3D versus 5D. The reason you feel something is off is because there's a little bit of a gap right now between the 3D and the 5D. So that emotion is accurate, but it doesn't mean that that gap is not meant to be there right now. In fact, this gap could exist to teach you trust, to teach you patience, to teach you faith. Because when the 5D scenario comes down to the 3D and you're living it, you will be proven right. You will realize that your intuition was correct. You will see firsthand that you have the ability of sensing things beyond your 3D experience. You will see firsthand that you can sense things that are not there from a soul perspective. You will be proven right. That's the message for you. You will be proven right. You will have your awakening. You will have your abundant, leisurely lifestyle. You will be creating wealth for yourself, doing something that you genuinely love. You're living a life with a lot less stress, and you're going to be interacting with things that fuel you, with things that charge you, energize you. And people, things and people that you give energy to as well, that you fuel as well. So it's this really happy mutual energy exchange. You guys are going to have much healthier energy exchanges in your future. Okay, so this is all your oracle cards. And I just noticed you guys chose Angelite as well. So maybe that's why I was feeling that the being coming through is an angel. But what I want to do now, let's put you here. I feel like this looks better. What I want to do now is actually live shuffling, which I don't know if I've done that on this channel before. Have I? Maybe sometimes. But I wanted to try doing that today and see what comes up for you. So let's see. What other messages do we have for you today? What does this spirit guide want to let you know? Ooh, the World. I do think for a lot of you guys, you will start to see these changes within this year, okay? I know, we're just human, so when we hear divine timing and be patient, we can be like, oh fuck, are you kidding me? Because what does that mean? What does divine timing mean? When is that? We want to know. Don't worry, it's not gonna be forever. It's not gonna be several years. It's gonna be within this year. I say that because over the months, I've come to recognize the World as a 2021 card because it's the number 21. We have the number 12 here as well. So we have a mirroring number 1221. You guys could be meeting or getting together. You guys could be meeting or getting together with a mirroring soul, a business partner, a romantic partner. This could also be like December 2021, something significant happening then. If you happen to find this video after 2021, then please apply it to your situation. It will happen within this year. Whenever you happen to find it, whatever year you happen to find this video. But the World is about accomplishment. It's about the end of a cycle as well. So what you're already feeling intuitively is coming. This is confirmation. Your current cycle is ending. You're starting a new one that is much more exciting, a lot more successful. You guys are going to be seen. You're going to be in the spotlight in some capacity. Some of you guys will actually be famous for what you're doing. Others of you will be like, very well known in your circle, or you'll have a very good reputation in your circle. Whatever applies to you and your career goals. I know like not every career you can become like super famous in it, but it could be that people speak very highly of you, people putting good words for you, and you're able to work your way up quite quickly. You guys are incredibly talented. And if you feel like things are on hold right now in your goals, think of this as like the time to really perfect your talents, the time to increase your knowledge, the time to work on your confidence, work on your charisma more. And that goes for everybody, not just those of you who are going to be like famous and in the public eye, but working on your confidence and on the way you interact with people, it can help on every level. People will remember how you made them feel. People will remember the way you smiled at them and the way you spoke with confidence. They'll remember your personality. And that plays a huge role in working your way up in any career, I think. People liking you, people admiring you and wanting to be around you. That's going to really help you get ahead. So if you feel like things are going slow right now, you have some extra time to work on this confidence and this charisma. Some of you guys are being encouraged to put more effort into your social media platforms if that is related to your goals. Reach out more, look for people to collaborate with, make connections. It's like, if things aren't moving right now, it's your time to like get everything set up, you know? Prepare as much as you can right now with whatever is happening, so that when your blow up moment comes, when your big opportunity comes, you are prepared. I'm also seeing travel for a lot of you guys this year or maybe next year. If there's a place that has been really, really calling to you, you will get to go there. If you have applied for something that involves you going to another country, you will be successful. Some of you guys might have to apply to more than one company, or you'll have to try several times, I'm hearing, but you will get there. You will get there eventually. There could be a Pisces who is significant in your progress, in your awakening. There could be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. These could be significant signs to you. The sun! So there's Leo energy here again. Yeah, a lot of you guys are meant to shine. Whether that's like big celebrity or people love you in the office, whatever it is, you guys are meant to shine. When you guys are your most authentic self, people find you to be so charming, so funny. Talking to you for 20 seconds will literally brighten their whole day. You guys have this beautiful, warm, golden aura about you, and people feel drawn to you. People feel very attracted to you. You guys are radiant. You guys are very attractive. Sunflowers could be a sign that this guide or angel is with you, whether you see it in real life, in a picture, in an emoji. That could be this guide talking to you, letting you know that everything is going to be okay. Some of you guys, an idea that you have is going to bring you a lot of money or a lot of success. And it might come to you like an epiphany. If you've already had an idea and like it's written down somewhere and then you just set it aside and never thought about it again, your guide is asking you to revisit it. You guys have very, very brilliant ideas, but you don't get to see how amazing they are because it's like a lot of them just get put aside or they don't actually end up seeing the light of day. If you guys let your ideas and let your work see the light of day, I think you would be a lot more confident, because your perception of yourself, it's like, I feel like for a lot of you, it's not accurate. It's a lot lower, I guess, than what it truly is. And if you can put your stuff out there and see how it touches people, see how it amazes people, you will see that is the true version of yourself. I feel like the way others see you, the way others are like crazy about you is it's so much more accurate. That's what your guide is saying. Put your work out there and you will see how blown away people are. There's also a message with the sun to be more connected to your inner child. Like, do things for fun. You know, I know we're talking a lot about like admiration and recognition and, you know, gaining wealth and things like that. And those are amazing side effects of pursuing what you're passionate about. But the real reason behind your actions and the real reason behind your decisions should be for having fun, and the rest will come naturally. Sometimes we lose sight of it, and I've done it as well. So I'm calling myself out too. But reading tarot is so freaking fun to me. But when I start putting it out there, yes, I do get caught up in how it's received. I get caught up in the comments and the views and this and that. And it sucks all of the joy out of it. It sucks all the joy out of it. So focus on what is fun to you. Do what you enjoy, do what you love, do what makes you feel free. Don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about looking silly. Just be free and have fun. People will love that about you. People will love that authenticity that you have about you. And that's just what will make you feel the best naturally. Four of Swords. Yeah, there's a need for you guys right now to rest up. This reminds me a lot of the Hanged Man energy, and the image on it reminds me a lot of awakening as well. Oh, you know what? If any of you guys are feeling like particularly tired, if you're feeling low energy, if you're feeling sleepy, if you're having headaches, if you're feeling irritable, those could be symptoms of an oncoming awakening. Those could be symptoms of psychic abilities that are about to start heightening, because that takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of juice out of our little human bodies. So be easy on yourself. I'm also getting like a calm before the storm feeling from this card, because I really do think that there's going to be like a burst of blessings. There's going to be a blow up when your 5D scenario comes crashing down to earth. The one that you've been seeing, the one that you've been dreaming of. It might happen quite suddenly. So this is your moment to prepare. This is your moment to get ready and rest up a lot, because when your dreams start coming true, it's going to be very like go, go, go. This can also be about the need to remove distractions. I'm being reminded about, you know, clearing your mind and relaxing before you go to bed. This is going to help the quality of your sleep so that you can actually feel rested the next day. Some of you guys may be struggling with like insomnia, or no matter how much I sleep, I still feel tired. And it could be because the quality of your sleep is not that good, because you're so distracted and because you have so many things on your mind, like right up until the moment that you go to sleep. And this is just a practice. It's something that you'll get better with over time, of clearing your mind, of, you know, eliminating that feeling like you need to worry about this, you need to stress about this. It's really just a habit. Your guide is saying it's something that you'll get better at over time. And it's going to help you sleep a lot better, and it's going to help you to be more focused during the day. It's also going to help you to be more creatively inspired. Whether it's like inspired to create art or just inspired to know what actions to take. The focus that you guys are going to get from resting better is going to help you to prepare for your blessings a lot, because you're going to have more mental clarity. You're going to get the ideas that you need to have when you need to have them. And you're going to be able to know what action to take. You know, we talk about inspired action a lot, where it's like, you just know what action you're supposed to take, and you guys are going to experience what it feels like. Oh, it just came to me. My guide just told me what to do. And the more you guys can clear your mind, the more you guys can be rested and calm and focused, these inspired actions will come to you. You will know what to create. You will know who to talk to. You will know where to put yourself out there. You will know where to apply to. You'll know what to study. It will just come to you like that. So rest and relaxation is actually a very important part of your productivity, but it needs to be good quality rest. And so, this is going like full circle right back to the beginning of the reading, but the most important thing for you guys to work on is it's almost like you're clearing out your hard drive, because you're using like hundreds of gigabytes on unnecessary worry, unnecessary stress that is not helping at all. You need to just clear the disk. Clear the disk so that you can use that space for inspiration, and you can use that space for creative ideas. And that's what's going to help you guys prepare for when all of these blessings hit. Okay, so I feel like I've rambled on enough, so we're gonna end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number twos. So this reading is for those of you who are drawn to this beautiful spirit quartz, which I think is one of my favorite crystals that I have purchased to date. She's gorgeous, look at her. Anyway, so the reading that we're doing for you guys today is the message that you need to hear right now. And I think the being that is coming through to give you this message is actually your higher self. So this is going to be a message from your higher self or from your future self, but basically it's from your soul, the version of you that has a higher perspective. And you guys are coming through as the high priestess. So the very, very first thing that I want to say to you guys is that you know what's going on, okay? Anytime the high priestess comes out in someone's reading, I'm like, oh, okay, we're dealing with a highly psychic person. And I often find with the high priestess, well, it really depends, but I often see that you might be underestimating your psychic abilities. Like, you guys are a lot more tapped in than you realize. There's a lot more signs and synchronicities around you than you may realize. The thoughts that come to you that you just like dismiss as being in your head actually contain very important messages in them a lot of the time. A lot of the things that you might think, oh, that's just in my head or that can't be true, they're actually true. So you guys are always getting messages. You guys are always seeing the truth of a situation, and it just might be your mind that is doubting that. So your higher self is coming through to ask you to have a lot more faith in what you are perceiving and what you know deep down. You guys are actually a lot more connected to your higher self than you realize. And again, a lot of the things that you think are like just a voice in your head, or even things that you think are just a fantasy, just a dream, just a insert word here, they're real. That's your intuition telling you something. You guys may have an ability of reading people's minds or knowing very accurately how people are feeling and what people are thinking. Knowing people's desires, knowing people's fears, even if they didn't tell you, you can just sense it, you just know. You guys may also be able to see people's auras. If that isn't something you've experienced yet, this could be something that is going to start happening to you soon, that you start to notice you have these telepathic abilities, that you have these clairvoyant abilities. You guys can read people very, very well. Even if they're hiding something from you, and even if they're lying to you, you can see the truth. You guys see the truth of a situation way more often than you give yourselves credit for. So you guys need to start giving yourself credit for your amazing, amazing intuition. Truly. I also want to tell you guys, there's a message for you that you don't need to be chasing, or there's a message for you to stop chasing. And this can be really for anything. Like if you're trying to manifest something, for example, your higher self is telling you that you have already planted the seed and you have already taken all the necessary action. Your intention has been heard, And now it's just a matter of time. So now is the time for you to sit back and relax and let this manifestation come to you. I think it's natural to worry, like, did we do enough? Did we do it right? Do we need to do more? But your higher self is saying you've done everything that you need to do, and your intentions have been heard crystal clear. They've been accepted by the universe, and the universe is working on it. So this is the time to relax. This is the time to be calm and wait for this manifestation to come. Now, especially if this has to do with people and relationships, if you guys are chasing anybody, your higher self wants you to stop that. It's not your job to make people see your worth or to make somebody like you. That's not something that you should be letting take up a lot of space in your head or worrying over to make somebody feel or think a certain way about you. If somebody cannot see your worth, that is 1,000,000% their problem. And I guarantee you there are a ton of other people out there who do see your worth and who are ready to give you the respect and the love and the treatment that you deserve. So for a lot of you guys, there may be a message that you deserve better in your relationships, and you might know this deep down, and I think a lot of us do this, and not just with relationships, but even when it comes to jobs or other types of commitments, other types of agreements that we make with others. It's like, we really want to set our bar up here, but we're worried that if we set it up here, we're not going to get anything. So we kind of lower it so that we have more options or more likelihood of getting a match. I think all of us are guilty of this, but this may be something that you guys are doing right now when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to your job. Even though intuitively you know your real worth and you know what you really want, I feel like there's a little bit of fear. Like, what if I don't get what I really want? And I don't want to end up with nothing. So some of you guys have lowered your bar a little bit. And the High Priestess wants you to take that bar and put it right back up there, because what you truly deserve is out there. What you truly want is out there. And I know that deep, deep down, you guys know this, but there's just a little bit of fear, and that's okay. There's no shame in that, but this is just like your friendly reminder that that relationship of the caliber you truly deserve, or that job with the payment, with the recognition that you truly deserve, it is out there, but it can't find you if you're setting your bar down here. That's kind of the message. Wherever we set our bar, like, we're telling the universe that that's what we will accept. And so that's what the universe is going to bring us. And I feel like you guys should honor your high standards. And if anybody has made you feel like you're expecting too much and your standards are too high, like, I'm sorry to be rude, but I feel like they're a loser. Like, anybody who has tried to make you feel bad for setting your standards and your expectations for your own freaking life any differently, make you feel like you're the crazy one for asking for more, I'm so sorry, and that person is a loser. And it could even be like an organization. It could be a company. You know, when you name your price or you state what you expect and they try to make you like feel crazy and feel like you're asking for way too much and they try to knock you down, it's definitely not just something that happens in personal relationships. It happens a lot in the world. And so, like I said, I think a lot of us are guilty of lowering our bar out of fear. But I think this is something that your higher self is wanting you to try to recover from now, and try to honor the worth that deep down you know you have. And to know that there are many wonderful, wonderful matches for you out there. And so it's time to stop chasing things and people that are not good enough for you. That's a really strong message with this High Priestess, okay? So let's get into your oracle cards now. I'm just gonna lay them all out together. So we have security, trust the niggle, What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? Temporality. Is that an English word? Anyway, things being temporary, things being fleeting, and achieving your goals. Okay, so judging from these oracle cards, I am feeling that those of you guys who chose this pile, that there may be something, or actually many things in your life that you're feeling that you want to move away from. It could really be anything. It could be a career, it could be a relationship, it could be a community, it could be a certain lifestyle, a certain place that you're wanting to move away from. This is what I get with that niggling feeling, because this is like that nagging feeling within you that something is not really right for you anymore. I feel like a lot of you guys are in a situation that isn't really serving you anymore, and it may just be serving others. And you know that deep down, but at the same time, because you've been in this environment or you've been in this situation for so long, it does bring you a feeling of security, because you know that it's always going to be there. It's something that's a constant in your life. Like if it's a job, for example, you may not feel fulfilled in it, and you may feel like you're really getting the short end of the stick while others are profiting off of your hard work. And that makes you feel frustrated on the inside, but it does put a roof over your head, and it does make you feel safe. And so even though this niggle is present, it's like you're staying in the situation for that little bit of security you can get. And going back to that bar analogy, there's like concern that you won't find the same level of security, you won't be taken care of, or you won't be protected in the same way if you are to break free and look for something more. But you will be successful if you break free from whatever this is and you reach for your dreams and you aim high. You will be successful. You will achieve your goal. That's what this card is saying. So there is no need to worry, like, I want something better, but what if that something better isn't out there? Because it 100% is, and you will find the resources you need to make it happen. You will find the connections you need to make it happen. If you take that first step, if you decide and if you state to the universe, this is what I want, this is what I'm going for, the universe will act right away, and the universe will set up everything for you to find the success that you're longing for, to find the abundance that you're longing for, to find the love that you're longing for. You will reach your goal. Don't be afraid. And this card, you're accepting that this world is fleeting. It's like the acceptance that nothing lasts forever. The situation that you're currently in, it might feel like a safety net right now, but you know that you can't stay in it forever. You know that if you stay in it forever, you will never feel fulfilled. So it's like the universe is saying, like, just tell me when, like whenever you're ready, we can make this happen. And it's almost like you guys may be waiting for this moment where you can find like no reason to stay. But you'll always find at least one reason to stay. You'll always have this little bit of security and predictability and a sense of control from your current situation. You'll always feel a little bit secure in it. And as long as you're afraid, you could easily keep clinging on to that feeling of security. So that's always going to be there. And I think in no way is your higher self rushing you to make this leap and to leave this situation, this dynamic that isn't serving you, but it's more of like a whenever you're ready. It's more of just letting you know that the light is green, and whenever you want to embark on the journey that's really going to fulfill you, your higher self is ready, the universe is ready, and they're going to make it happen for you. They're going to help you achieve your goals. So it's like you just tell them when you want to go. And also to know that this life you dream of. Excuse me. Can you guys hear like the traffic on the street? This life that you dream of, it's yours. It's yours. You truly deserve it, and so much more. So there could be a message from your higher self that they want you to dream bigger. They want you to aim higher. And know that the life you dream about, it's not just a fantasy. It's not just in your head. It's real, and it's for you. The things that you dream about are yours. You just have to claim them. So we're gonna get into some tarot cards now, and I'm actually going to live shuffle today, which I either rarely or never do on this channel. I'm actually not sure, but let's get right into the tarot and see what other messages we have for you. Maybe you guys can hear the sirens in the background as well, which you might know is a sign of angels, particularly Archangel Michael. So you guys may hear a lot of sirens in your life as well. And that's Archangel Michael letting you know that he is with you. Look at this. Maybe live shuffling was a good idea. The High Priestess is coming out twice. So I feel like there's not that much that I can add to this, honestly, but I do think it's kind of cute how they're coming out like above and below. It's like, this is your soul, this is your higher self, and this is you. You guys are one and the same. You guys are so connected. You guys should, I mean, if you want to, I feel like if you start to share your psychic abilities with the world, you could be very helpful to many, many people, and you could actually become quite successful. You guys are very, very psychic. And maybe you guys, like, maybe you're just more of the logical and rational type, or maybe you're just a little bit humble. So it's like, you might dream about something very specific, and then it literally happens the next day, and you're like, oh, you know what? It was just a coincidence. And just brush it off. But I guarantee if you were to look back right now at all of the coincidences you have had in your life, you would probably go, maybe I am psychic. I swear, you guys are so, you should really, like, if you did readings for people, if you did energy healing for people, you would be so freaking on point and so freaking helpful. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there is a career change coming in for a lot of you. The Page of Pentacles represents a new endeavor in your career, a new endeavor in your studies, a new opportunity for financial gain coming in. It may be something that you're not very experienced in that you guys want to do, but your higher self is telling you that you're already a natural. So if you're letting this fear of like, what if I'm not good at it? Or, you know, there's so many people who have been doing it for so long and they're so much better than me. If you're letting any fear like that stop you, I have to tell you, you're going to excel so quickly. You're going to make progress so quickly because you are a natural. Some of you guys may be thinking of going to school or going back to school, or thinking of switching majors, but you're a little bit uneasy about it. If that's the case, your higher self is saying this is a wonderful idea. And the same thing goes for any sort of training or any sort of like self-teaching. Basically, you guys are being encouraged to pick up new skills and pick up new knowledge so that you can feel more confident about this career switch, so that you can feel more confident in your talents. If there's something you've already been thinking about pursuing, then this is your higher self coming through to confirm to you that it's a very good idea and you should keep going down this path. If not, I imagine that this path will present itself to you very, very soon. And as you start to progress more and more, you'll start to become more confident. But I'm just really feeling from this pile, You guys are so humble. You guys are so humble. You could give the most amazing performance, or you could ace a test. You could completely blow everyone out of the water, or blow people's, knock people's socks off with your skills. And you would go like, oh, it's just beginner's luck, or oh no, it's really not that. You guys are so humble. Your higher self wants you to be more confident. You guys are incredibly intelligent, incredibly insightful. You have an amazing memory, and I feel like you can pick up new skills in general very, very quickly, or you can learn things very, very quickly. Your higher self will help you with that. And what I also see for you guys in this new area of study, or in this new practice, is that you're going to find a community of like-minded people. You're going to start to make new friends who have the same skills and interests as you, and you can become like a little, like support group or support system for each other, where you're really lifting each other up, you're giving each other tips and advice, and you can practice together and talk about what you learned together. So for example, if this is you guys like going to school or going back to school, then you might make really, really good friends with the people in your class, or you might make really good friends with people in an online community. It can definitely be virtual as well. But you're gonna start to surround yourself also with people who are goal-oriented like you, who are driven like you, who want to make a positive change in their life like you. And so you guys will really motivate each other, and you'll really keep each other accountable. Okay, let's just take all of them. So there are 4 cards that just fell out. So we have the 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Page of Wands, and 7 of Cups. Ooh, this is really interesting. This memory just came back to me when I did the 2021 predictions video. It was like blessings that are coming your way in 2021. These exact 2 cards in the same deck came out together, and I just remembered that. I don't know if anybody watching this also watched that video and chose that pile, but I'm just gonna keep that in mind because that's kind of cool. Now I'm kind of seeing a progression going on here with 10 of Swords, 2 of Cups, Page of Wands, 7 of Cups. So the 10 of Swords is the ending of a cycle. I think it matches really well with what we were seeing here. There is some situation in your life that you guys are intuitively feeling is not serving you anymore, that needs to end. I just heard a message like the only thing this situation is really giving you is stress. I feel like whatever this is, it takes up way too much space in your mind. So like if it's your job, it may ask so much of you that you're constantly like worrying about it. Maybe you have to like respond to emails when you're off the clock, or like your boss is always bothering you, and it's forcing itself into your headspace and taking up way more space than it should be allowed in your head, and overstaying its welcome as well. And in the case of a relationship, it's like this person is living in your head rent-free, but in real life, not really doing much for you. It could be something like that as well. Basically, there's something that is like mentally exhausting you, mentally draining you. And for what? Like, what is it providing to you? How is it serving you? I feel like it's like an energy vampire or an energy leech, whatever it is, and it's taking up a lot of your mental space. And so this is something that needs to come to an end. It cannot last forever. There's like a feeling of depletion here. I feel like you've gotten whatever you were supposed to get out of this. You've learned the lesson you were supposed to learn. And so again, it's like your higher self and the universe are saying, whenever you're ready, like, let's go, let's end this cycle. Let's remove this energy from your life because you're supposed to be nourished now. You're supposed to receive now. You're supposed to be fulfilled. You're supposed to be honored and get the life that you really deserve now. And you can see on this card, obviously there's a very visible ending here. There's the dark sky with the clouds hanging, but just on the horizon, the sun is starting to rise. So you guys might be in this point of your life where it's like the darkest before the dawn. You guys may feel really tired, really drained. You've put a lot of energy into things that are not really putting energy back into you, that are not really serving you. And you know that this isn't right, but there's some sort of fear of letting go. And the message that keeps coming up in this reading is like, it's time to let go. And again, you're not being rushed, but I think they just want to let you know that this chapter is essentially over. It's given you everything that it can. You guys are meant to find your perfect match now. This could be a romantic soulmate that is coming in. This could be your soul family that is coming in. This could be the job, the calling that was meant for you. But this is a perfect reciprocated match. What we see here, this is like entirely opposite. In this energy exchange, this person has been completely depleted and drained and defeated and exhausted. In this one, it's a healthy exchange. They're both coming forward with their own cup. They're each giving what they're getting. It's balanced, it's harmonious. This is what is coming in for you guys. I think for a lot of you, this is like letting go of a situationship, letting go of a karmic situation to bring in your truest soulmate, your truest divine counterpart. I think that might be the case for a lot of you. But this can, of course, be something that's happening on a platonic level or even on a professional level. But it's about clearing away this old energy so that you can find true matches of people who are really respecting you, really honoring you, and really giving to you. So that the connection and the relationship that exists between the two of you can be sustained in a way that makes both of you happy and both of you fulfilled. You guys are really being encouraged to like ask for more for yourself. It's like you deserve so much more, so much more. There's so many blessings that the universe wants to bring to you. You could start to meet these new people as you pursue your new skill, the new job, the new studies. Because you'll start to meet people that you have a lot in common with. People who genuinely want to see you succeed, people who are genuinely rooting for you, people who will give you help, advice, support, introduce you to people and things they think would help you or they think you would enjoy. Thoughtful, considerate, consistent people who communicate their feelings openly, frequently. These are the type of people who are coming to you, who make you feel so special and so cared for and so proud of yourself, and who constantly remind you to keep your bar high in life because you deserve the best. And they will tell you that. They will tell you that all the time, and they will show that they truly believe that with their actions. They tell you that you deserve the best and they give you the best. So it's not just words like, oh, you deserve better, and then doesn't give you anything. The days of those types of relationships, of those types of dynamics are over. It's time for you guys to be honored like the majestic priestess you truly are. And you will get such a good vibe from these people. It could be, I do think there's more than one soulmate coming to you, but I am getting a very strong romantic vibe for a lot of you. So now we get to the Page of Wands and the Seven of Cups. So this is what was similar to the 2021 reading that I did. I guess it was like back in December. But the Page of Wands is also about an exciting new endeavor. This represents you who has ended the cycle and is embarking on a new journey, and you're full of excitement, you're full of wonder, you're motivated, you're full of inspiration. This combined with the Seven of Cups, it's like when you guys start this new career, when you embark on this new chapter of your life, it's like, I feel like right now, you don't realize just how many doors this is going to open for you, like how many possibilities this is going to lead to, or the response that you get and the progress that you make, it's gonna blow you away. Like maybe when you thought about this projection of your new career, you're like, yeah, I'll achieve this goal, and then, you know, I'll keep progressing in this way, keep working my way up in that position. But little do you know, there's so many possibilities for, you know, moving into a different field or moving into a different position or collaborating with this person and that person. And maybe even there's an opportunity to travel. Maybe there's an opportunity to work with like high profile, famous people, all kinds of people that you never thought you could meet, all kinds of opportunities that you never thought you could stumble into through pursuing this new path. It's like, it's just gonna open the doors for you in ways that you cannot even imagine. The people you will meet, the places you will be invited to, the money you will generate, it's like way beyond your expectations. This is like being overwhelmed. This is feeling like everything is so surreal, being so amazed by all of the things that lie in front of you, and like you can't even fathom, you know. Here it's like I'm just chipping away, working towards my goals, and this is like all of a sudden a million doors open before you. Now things are getting exciting. So there are a lot of surprises waiting for you guys. If you just trust this niggling feeling, if you just accept the fact that where you're at, it cannot last forever, and the little bit of security that you get from it, it cannot sustain you forever. It won't be worth it forever. That you will be successful if you pursue your goals. You will excel quickly, you will excel smoothly, you are a natural. You'll be surrounded by loving and supportive people, and your world is gonna get so much bigger, so much more beautiful. The possibilities are just going to blow you away. The possibilities of where you can take this skill and what you can make of it and what you can do with your life. It's like you've been living in this little box, and now you're living in this amazing, vivid, sparkling, shining galaxy of blessings. I know this is sounding dramatic, but it's because it is. Your transformation is dramatic. Wow. Okay. So you guys trust your intuition and get out there and claim the life that you know you deserve. Okay. So that's all the messages I have for you guys. I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number threes. So this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the Ametrine. This is your message that you are meant to hear right now. So as you can see, the very first card that we have for you is the Empress from the Paw Tarot. And look how cute she is with her little babies. So for pile 1 and 2, I was sort of feeling one specific entity that was coming forward to deliver the message that they needed to hear. But for this pile, I am definitely feeling a group of souls or a group of entities that are coming forward to speak to you. And I guess the word that is coming to my mind is like your divine team or your soul tribe. It's like the group of souls that you often incarnate with and that you will come home to, so to speak, when you enter into the afterlife. I see spirit guides there. I see the higher selves of your loved ones, people who are in your life right now. And I see even some soulmates who are not incarnated right now, but you are familiar with them in the soul world. It's like a big group of people, I guess I can call them people. And I see them forming this circle around you, almost like they're enclosing you in a hug. I see them, they have a very celebratory air about them, like they're clapping for you, they're cheering for you. They want to celebrate you, they want to congratulate you. And I'm even seeing items that I guess you would normally associate with a party. Like I see balloons and confetti and this kind of thing. And I also see very warm orangey and yellowy colors. This is like the color of light that they are surrounding you with. So it's very cheerful, it's very warming, it's very encouraging. This is how they want to make you feel right now. And I think what they're trying to tell you is that you are doing an amazing job. They are so proud of you. They're saying like being a human is hard. Being a human is not easy. And we haven't forgotten that. Even those members of your soul tribe who are not incarnated on earth right now, or your spirit guides who are not incarnated, it's like we haven't forgotten how hard it is to live as a human. And you're doing your best. You're doing an amazing job. You're doing so much better than you might tell yourself. They want you to look back on how far you have come mentally, emotionally, in terms of your goals. And they want you to give yourself a pat on the back. It's like you don't do that nearly enough. And they want you to know that whatever you need, whatever you want, they will help you get it. Like the same way this mother cat is providing for her babies, they want to provide for you like this. They're saying don't be afraid to ask for anything. If you need anything, if you want to talk to us about anything. So, if you want to pray to them, if you want to ask them for help, ask them for a blessing. They want to hear from you like this. It's like they want to spoil you more, and they want you to know you don't have to do it all on your own. They're here for you. They can provide for you endlessly. And they want to tell you that you are destined to live a future of success and wealth. You guys are going to be very wealthy in your future. And when I say wealthy, of course, I am talking about money. I am talking about material wealth, as we can see the box of jewels here and the flowers and the lush couch that the kitties are sitting on. You guys are definitely meant to have a very successful and stable career. You're meant to live in a beautiful space, be surrounded by beautiful things. You're meant to be comfortable, at peace. And of course, wealth can talk about other things like being surrounded by loved ones or having peace within your soul, having amazing experiences. You're meant to be wealthy in every way. And you're doing such a great job. Your future is assured. The future that you're dreaming of is assured. And I just saw 444 on the camera timer, which means you are so heavily protected by these souls. They're going to make 1,000,000% sure that you get every last thing that your heart desires. Many of you guys, I think, already have a dream that is very close to your heart, like a dream career that you want to have, a certain status that you want to reach, a certain impact you want to have on the world. Maybe you want to live in a certain place, work with or live with certain people or certain types of people. I feel like a lot of you guys are dreamers. You have big dreams, big goals. But you also have like the life that you need to tend to now. And I think what your team is trying to say is like, if you don't have the time or energy to work towards your goal or work on your passion project or whatever it might be all the time, that's okay. So maybe a lot of you guys who chose this pile, it's like you have your day job or your normal job, so to speak, and then you have this passion on the side. Like maybe you want to write, you want to make music, you want to make your own content, you want to make your own course, make your own shop or whatever it might be. And this is like your true passion. And so you have to be disciplined and make time to work on it, but that doesn't happen all the time. And they're saying that's life. Like sometimes life gets in the way and that's just how it is. And there's no need to beat yourself up for that. Beating yourself up for like not checking something off your to-do list or not doing what you intended to do, like punishing yourself for that is not beneficial at all. Of course, if you're consistently not getting to it and not doing it, you may want to rearrange your schedule or rearrange your priorities, but there's no need to be mean to yourself is what they're saying, or like beat yourself up for it. And if sometimes you need to prioritize your current job, or maybe you need to take care of the people in your life, your friends and family, maybe you need to prioritize your mental health, it's okay. This dream, this future is secured for you. It's not going anywhere and it will be ready for you when you are ready for it. And you can work on it when it feels good. And if sometimes you don't get around to it, don't beat yourself up. I know I already said that, but maybe it's important. It will always be there for you. So that's the message that I'm getting from the Empress card. Let's take a look at your Oracle cards now. So I'm just going to lay them out all at once. We have Focus, Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided, Confidence or Trust, I fully trust all of my decisions, and Face Yourself. Okay, you guys are very unique in a good way. You guys are incredibly unique. You have a very unique way of seeing the world. You have a very unique way of expressing yourself. There's not many people who see what you see, or there's not many people who can do what you do in the way you do it. You are very special. You are very talented. And you have the potential to change the world or to change your industry, change the field that you're interested in a major way. Your team is telling you that you are meant to be unique and they want you to embrace it. When I look at this Face Yourself card, it makes me think of independence. So maybe a lot of you guys are meant to be like a business owner, you're meant to be self-employed. I feel like a lot of you guys are not meant to belong to an organization. Like even if you're an artist, I feel like a lot of you would do very well as independent artists rather than, being signed to a label or something like that. Or even as a writer. I feel like for the most part, of course, there are exceptions. And if you find an exception that works for you, of course, I would encourage you to go for it. But I feel like a lot of the time when you get organizations involved, they have their own motives, or they have their own idea of what they want and what works. And they can easily start taking away your creative freedom. And I think your team is just a little bit wary of that because they love your uniqueness. They love your unique expression so freaking much. And they are so excited for the world to see it. They really, really want the world to see it. And they want you to be confident in your uniqueness. Perhaps a lot of you guys who chose this pile, you have tried to change the things that make you unique. You have compared yourself to others. It's like, I don't know, let's say you are building something. You're building a birdhouse. I don't know, that's a weird example. And your birdhouse has a disco ball in it and you painted it bright green and bright pink and you're super happy about it. You're super excited about it. And then you look next to you and the person next to you just made a simple brown birdhouse. In that moment, what do you think? You might think, oh shit, did I take it too far? Is my birdhouse weird? Instead of just thinking, oh, we have creative differences, or even, that's a little bland, don't you think? It's like your immediate reaction is to criticize your own expression rather than just accepting that they're different, or rather than saying, well, maybe I actually did it in the right way, or maybe it's actually better this way. It's like your default is to assume that yours is worse or that yours is the one that needs to change. That's what I kind of think. It's like, what's another example? Let's say you watch a video. Okay, this is kind of an extreme example, but let's say you're watching a video of like how to be successful. And this person says, the first thing you need to do is wake up at 5 a.m. And then you need to go for a 2-hour run on an empty stomach. And then you need to drink this and they have this very rigid schedule planned out, and this is how you're going to be successful and productive. And you're watching this and it seems very unrealistic to you, and rather than just saying, this is not for me, this is weird, next, and just moving on, you might actually sit there and think, why can't I do this? Is there something wrong with me? And feel like you need to fit into, it's like whatever everybody else is doing is the norm. Whatever everybody else is doing is acceptable, and whatever you're doing is unacceptable. It's like your preconception. But your team is saying, if you cannot fit into a certain box, you don't need to change yourself. Just find a new box. If you can't fit into a dress, you don't need to change your body. You just need to find a new dress. It's like this concept. So they want you to shift your immediate assumption that if you're different from whatever is around you, it's because you're special. It's because you have something special to offer. And it's such a shame if you try to dim that. It's such a shame if you try to change that. They want you to be more confident in the things that you create, in the way that you express yourself. You know, we just love boxes so much. People just like boxes so much. Maybe you guys have had an experience, especially if you're creative, maybe you will resonate with this, where you show your work to somebody and then they say oh, that's not how you're supposed to structure a song, or that's not how you're supposed to structure a story. And look at how this person did it. You should do it like that. Or, trying to, it's okay to reference other people, but they're not here to tell you that you're wrong. Somebody else's expression is not here to tell you you're wrong. Also, you guys are not meant to be the next somebody else. You're meant to be the first you. Okay? You're meant to be the first you. There is nobody like you. So if you feel guided to do something differently, do it differently. That's the message that is coming through really strongly for you guys. Be confident in your inner guidance, because your guidance is divinely guided. It's kind of a weird sentence, but your ideas, your expression is divinely guided. And I love this imagery of the person walking away from this dull gray world and ascending into the colorful world. The world does not need somebody doing things like everybody else. The world needs more people like you who are bringing new ideas, new forms of art, new inventions, new ways of expressing themselves. We don't need more of the same thing. There's already enough people making more of the same thing. And you guys have such brilliant ideas. I'm feeling like I'm getting kind of emotional. I feel like your team is very, very passionate about this, because of course they can see you from a soul perspective. They can see all of the talent and all of the brilliance that you have within you. And they're so excited for you to start letting it shine. They're so excited for you to start sharing it. So with this focus card, I feel like it's stay in your own lane, keep your head down. Don't look up at the person next to you, birdhouse. Don't look up at what everyone else is doing. It doesn't matter. Just keep focusing on what you love, on what you are doing. And don't worry about them. That's their thing. You will be successful in your own way. You will pave your own way. Okay? So that's the message from the Oracle cards. We're going to get into the tarot now, but I just need to take a sip of water. Okay, so for the tarot cards today, I'm going to live shuffle we're doing things a bit different today. So let's see what messages your divine team, lovely people by the way, I'm very happy to be sitting with them on this fine sunny day. Let's see what they have to say to you. The Chariot. Success, progress, accomplishment, public recognition. I'm telling you, you guys are meant to be successful. I feel like you guys are gonna make, they're showing me there's like a specific year where things are really gonna, like where you were on January 1st and where you end up on December 31st. It's like everything happens so fast. It's like when you look back on the year, you're just like dizzy about how much stuff happened. You might be living in a completely different city or living in a different country. You may be surrounded by completely different people. You may be living a very different financial life. You may have a huge platform. Things that you could have only dreamed of at the beginning of the year. But I'm getting like the specific time frame of like, there's a year that's going to change everything. There's a year that's going to be pivotal. It could be this year. It could be next year. It could be the year after. I'm honestly not sure. But your progress, it's like a lot is happening in a very short amount of time. I often get a message from this card about a very significant opportunity coming to you that is going to propel you, that is going to get your name out there, that is going to start improving your finances, whatever your goals might be. This is the opportunity that is going to propel you, and it is divinely orchestrated. It's gonna like catapult you. I think that's a good word. I used it in a reading recently and I want to keep using it. It's gonna catapult you to your success. Many of you guys will be either relocating in the future, or you'll be involved with something that requires you to move around quite a bit, like maybe touring or going to visit clients or something like this. And the message here for you is to work on your confidence. Focus on your projects and work on your confidence, because it's important that when this opportunity comes, you recognize it as actually being for you. Like for example, if this is like an interview or an audition that is coming, if you're not confident, you might, someone might tell you, hey, there's this audition you should try out, or hey, there's this job, you should apply for it. And if you're not confident enough, you might just say like, oh, I'm not gonna get that anyway, why bother? Or no, that's not for me, that's for people who are more skilled in XYZ. That's for people who are professionals. That's not for amateurs like me. And you just downplay yourself like this. And the universe is sitting there like, come on, I just brought this opportunity to you and you're not gonna go for it? You need to recognize yourself as a match to this opportunity. You need to recognize it as for you. So confidence is really, really important there. You guys may have to take a risk as well in order to find your success. Like if in the case of going for an audition, yeah, it might be kind of risky. Maybe you have to, spend some money to travel to another city, and then you have to stay in a hotel. Like you need to save up a bit of money, and there's no guarantee that you're gonna pass. So you are putting a little bit of stuff on the line, There's a little bit of risk element in there. Of course, it doesn't have to be an audition. That was just the most obvious example that came to my mind. You have to risk a little bit without knowing for sure that you're gonna make it, without knowing for sure that it's gonna pay off. And when I see the Chariot with the like duality sphinxes, that's what they're called officially, the duality sphinxes. It's like it could go well, it could go bad, but I'm just gonna go for it. So there will be some points in this journey where there are unknowns, where there is risk, where you're not always gonna be 100% sure that it's gonna go well, and you just have to jump anyway. You just have to go for it anyway. There will be some times like that. And You know, realistically, you may not make it every single time, but the time that you do, catapult. You are going to be catapulted. And my camera timer just said 2222. She is confirming this to you. You guys might see that number a lot. What was the other one that came in this reading? Fours. 444, 222. That's your sign that you're on the track to your success, that's your sign that your opportunity is coming and that you're on the right path. You might see repeating sevens as well. You might see a combination of these. But yeah, a big opportunity is coming. It will be risky, but you need to recognize it as yours and go for it and be willing to take the risk. Yeah, because if it's both, if there's an element of risk and you're not confident, you could talk yourself down so easily. You know, I'm not going to make it anyway. There's no way I'm going to travel to that city and pay for a hotel room to go to the audition. There's no way I'm going to get it anyway. So what's the point? It would just be a waste of my time. And you know, you could really talk yourself out of it. So you guys have to be confident in your abilities and willing to take the risk. That's the message for you guys. And also because this is here, like, how should I say it? I don't want to say like it's not important if you guys don't like put in the work towards your goals now, but it's like I feel like right now you guys may be very hard on yourselves. Like if you have this schedule to work towards your goals this many times a week or even every day and you're not getting to it, and then you're beating yourself up like, do you even want this? You're so lazy, or whatever negative self-talk you might have. But in the end, it's not going to matter that much. I'm not saying like stop making effort altogether, but it doesn't matter that much that you have to beat yourself up if you're not staying to your rigid schedule, because this catapult is coming anyway. So what's more important than your output, or what's more important than like sticking to your schedule, is your confidence. And of course, the more you put work out and the more you work on something, you're going to become more confident. So I don't want to like diminish the importance of working on your goals, but I think you guys know what I mean. There's just no reason to be mean to yourself if you're not doing it all the time, because, you know, when this catapult hits, I really like that word. I'm sorry, I keep saying it so much. When this big opportunity hits, you're going to look back and be like, wow, I was getting mad at myself, like thinking that I was ruining my chance at success. And look at me now. I'm getting paper. Look at me now. Look at me. Okay, let's see. What does your team want to say to you? The star, my friends. So some of you guys might know why I am giggling so much if you are familiar with the star. If for those of you who don't know, the star is about a huge dream coming true, your wildest dreams coming true. Something that once seemed impossible, something that once seemed so distant, something that seemed so unrealistic at one point. Now it's real, and you can't believe it. The star comes out when you're being asked to have faith for the future, to have hope in your future, and not to give up. The star tells you that the best is yet to come. The star tells you that all of the pain, suffering that you've been through will lead to something brighter, will be worth it in the end. The star could also be literally telling you that you will be a star. You guys will be an inspiration. You guys will be a success story. You guys will be looked up to. You guys will be living proof that if you have hope and if you don't give up, amazing things can happen. Out of the 3 tarot cards that we have present here, you have the Empress, the Chariot, and the Star. So when I say you guys are destined for great things, like, don't take that with a grain of salt. Take that with like a rock of salt this big because I really mean it. I really mean it. You have 3 of the most uplifting major arcana, in my opinion. You're being asked to be confident that you're being divinely guided. This is meant for you. This is secured for you. You guys must have done some really, really good things in your past life. Yeah, the star can actually, well, in my opinion, it can talk about good karma because it adds up to the number 8. I don't know if this is like a traditional thing or if it's just, it's my opinion! But sorry, I hope you guys got that reference. If not, I'm sorry for yelling at you. But the number 8 is about good karma coming your way. It means that it's time for you to receive. 7 is also about good luck. You guys have so many freaking blessings coming your way. So much abundance coming your way. I just keep getting like the imagery of an audition. It could be metaphorical. It doesn't literally have to be that you guys are going to an audition, but it could be something about you having a chance to show what you're made of and being selected out of a group of people. And again, I see you guys doing something that is so different than everybody else, so beyond what everybody else is doing. And that makes you stand out from the crowd in a very good way. So you guys shouldn't think like, oh my gosh, everybody else at the audition was wearing this and they sang this kind of song and I did something completely different. That's a good thing. And remember, this can be like a metaphorical audition, but you're being picked out of the crowd. You're being seen and selected out of the crowd because you're doing something different than everybody else. The Emperor. Be confident. The Emperor is about being confident and being empowered in the choices that you make. It's actually, I have another deck. It's the Crystal Power Tarot deck. And on the Emperor, it says, I make empowered decisions, which is almost the exact same message as this confidence card that says, I am fully confident or I fully trust in all of my decisions. Yeah. Your team wants you to be confident in your expression for sure. And this is reiterating that. You also got another, another freaking major arcana. So you guys, you are meant to be seen in all of your glory. Like the naked person on this card, this can be like a metaphor for you guys bearing all, for being your true self, showing the world who you really are and being received for it. You know, this person is out there in broad daylight. It just gives me this image of like everything of her is being seen. You guys might want to work on your sacral and solar plexus chakras. Sacral chakra will help to stimulate your creativity and also intimacy. And when I think of intimacy, that's like the willingness to bear all so that you can connect with others who resonate with you. And then solar plexus will make you confident in your self-expression. And that, yeah, that's why I saw, that's probably why I saw the orange and yellow light in the beginning, because your team wants to help you stimulate those chakras. This is kind of late in the reading, but just in case it's relevant for you guys, we do have Taurus energy here. We have Cancer energy, Libra, Aries, and Aquarius. So those could be your signs, or it could be a significant person in your life. Somebody who has to do with this journey is going to be one of those signs. Just take that as extra confirmation if you want to. If not, just ignore me. But yeah, the Emperor even more. I feel like you guys are meant to be your own boss. You are meant to live for yourself and make your own decisions. Some people might not get it, and that's okay. And this card to me is also an even further testament to how securely you guys are being watched over, just how much you are protected, and how much this future is secured for you. It's almost like you could not lose these blessings. You could not lose this future. You guys have, seriously, you've accumulated so much good karma that these blessings cannot miss you. They will hit you like a huge truck or like a huge rock of salt. Don't worry about losing these, okay? You cannot. I feel like the time frame, it could be like, it could happen sooner or later. It could happen in 1 year. It could happen in the next year. But as for whether or not they're coming, that is a very, very, very strong yes. I think it would be really hard for you guys to miss this future, miss these blessings. You're very well secured on the right path because your team sees the desire in your heart to stay on this path. They will make sure and do everything in their power so that you are not guided astray from it, so that you're not guided off of it. Okay, so that's really what I want to say to you guys. All of your dreams are coming true. All of your wildest dreams are coming true. And the biggest thing you can do to make sure that happens quickly and smoothly is to recognize that it's meant for you and to be really confident in your talents and in your uniqueness. You are on this world to do something new and do something different. We don't need you to be like everybody else. Okay? So that's the message for you guys. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number 4s. So this reading is for those of you who were drawn to the Rutile Quartz. This is your message that you are meant to hear right now. So as you can see, the very first card that we have for you is the Star. All of the cards in this deck are super cute. So throughout the piles in this reading, I have been trying to get a feel for who exactly is coming through to deliver this message for you, what soul, what entity is coming through. And for you guys, this feels like the higher self of a soulmate. Now, you could know this person already, you could have not met them yet. It doesn't matter because, of course, from a soul perspective, their higher self already knows you and is familiar with you and loves you. So in the 3D, maybe you know them, maybe you don't. But I do feel that this soul is incarnated as a human right now. So this is somebody who is out there on earth, whether they used to be in your life or they currently are or they have yet to be. But they're coming through with so much love for you and so much understanding and acceptance for you. And okay, I was gonna start talking about something else, but another message just popped up that I want to mention. The human who is incarnated and who has this soul as their higher self, they do feel a sort of, I guess you could call it the psychic connection that the two of you have, or the spiritual connection that the two of you have. They feel it, but they might not, either they don't know what it is that they're feeling exactly, or they have a lot of doubts about it. And this might mirror you as well a little bit, like you feel a connection with this other soul, but you're not exactly sure what it means, what it is, or you doubt that it's really there. I feel like they're kind of going through a similar experience right now. And again, you don't have to have met this person in the flesh, in the 3D, but it's like they're feeling something awakening, or something is kind of stirring within them, but they still have to make sense of it. They still have to figure out if they believe it, or they're kind of in a place of a bit of doubt or resistance, I guess I would say. But the other message that I wanted to say, and this is from their higher self, they want to bring to your attention a dream of yours, a dream for your future, a dream for your life. And for a lot of you, it feels like you either gave up on this dream, or it's on the back burner right now. Like you still care about it, but it's kind of It's not really at the forefront of your mind or your daily activities. Or some of you have even kind of forgotten about it, kind of walked away from it. This could be something that at one point you were disappointed by it. You thought things were going to pan out and they didn't, or just, nothing was happening, and you thought that it was the right thing to do to let go. You thought that it was the realistic thing to do. It kind of has that feeling of you really believed something was possible when you were a child. Like you were really passionate and you really wanted something to happen, but then when you grow up you tell yourself like, oh, I'm an adult now and I can't be like wasting my time or waiting around for these kind of silly dreams, and I have to get on with my life. And this soul wants to remind you of that thing that lit your heart up and tell you that there's still hope for it, that it's not over, that it's not too late. This dream might actually be making a comeback in your life. That's like the phrase I thought of, making a comeback. I'm just looking at these sprouts. I'm looking at the water being poured and I'm looking at the sprouts coming up. This is like, it's like you planted seeds a long time ago and they were taking so long to grow that you got like frustrated and just walked away from them, and kind of you either forgot about them or you just tried to move on. And then like months later or years later or whatever it is, you come back to this exact spot, and to your surprise, the sprouts are starting to grow. Like there's plants here where you had once planted your seeds, and you were so sure that they were never going to poke their little heads out. You were so sure that these seeds were never going to grow. In fact, you may have even thought that the universe forgot about your wish, that it forgot about your prayer. And this soul is coming to tell you, nope, we have been working on it behind the scenes, and you're about to be very surprised. Even if you had moved on, even if you have lost hope now, some efforts that you put in quite a while ago, or some wish that you made on a star all that time ago, you're going to see it come true. It was not forgotten about. It was never forgotten about. For some of you, it may actually be like the connection itself, the connection with this other soul. Maybe after some time, it became hard to believe that there was somebody out there who could understand you, who could see you and love you for all that you are and accept you in all of your beautiful uniqueness. You felt it on such a deep level, but as you didn't see it coming up in the 3D, you thought, okay, maybe it's time to walk away. Maybe it's time to let go. And maybe you did. But the seeds were already planted. And these sprouts are coming. That's the message for you. These sprouts of your dream are coming. And they were growing this whole time. So it's like this soul wants to gently bring this dream back to you and let you know that if you still want it, it's here and it's coming. So let's take a look at your oracle cards now. I'm going to lay them out all together. So we have Wonders, the Great Gathering, Spirit, and this card says, I love you. Okay, so that's a pretty straightforward message from this soul. Very soon, there's going to be some developments in your life that are beyond your imagination. I feel like your life is really going to start feeling like a dream. Your life is going to be like everything that you have daydreamed about, or everything that you used to daydream about in the past. I just keep getting this feeling that, like, in order to protect yourself from pain or to protect yourself from disappointment, a lot of you guys have already like deemed your dream future to be like impossible or unrealistic, or it's just not going to happen, even though secretly your heart is still really, really longing for it. But the universe is seeing what is truly in your heart. And the universe kind of, I guess, is calling your bluff. You know, oh, I don't really want to take that path anymore. I don't need to do that for a living anymore. I don't need to live there anymore. I don't long for that person anymore. The universe sees what is truly in your heart. And I feel like many of you may be suppressing your truest desires as a way to like protect your heart, but it's still in there, isn't it? That's what this soul is saying. You still feel that longing. You still feel that connection to something greater. A lot of you guys do have a soul family out there whom you can still feel, and they're still out there and they're still waiting for you, and you will find them. This Wonders card to me is like, together, it looks like you getting your hope back, getting your faith restored, and being open to the possibilities. From this point on in your life, anything can happen. And I think you're going to start to be surprised by the developments in your life. I don't think that this is going to require any action on your part because, like I said, the seeds are already planted. So a lot of old dreams from your past, a lot of wishes are going to start to pop up, like we didn't forget about you. So like surprise opportunities, surprise communications, offers, invitations, starting to see like synchronicities pop up everywhere. Let's say, for example, you guys used to play the piano. You wanted to be a piano player when you grew up, and then you sort of gave up on that dream, but in your heart, you always really missed it. You always really still wanted it. You know, in a perfect world, in a fantasy world, I would play the piano, but this is not a fantasy world. So you're like, let's grow up and be a realistic adult. But then these days when you're walking around, you keep seeing pianos everywhere, or you keep hearing piano music everywhere, or you see like images of the black and white keys everywhere. Or when people are talking to you, they're using like musical terminology. It's like following you around. Like, remember me? You could still have me if you want. So this soul, no, your soul family is challenging you to get inspired again, to get that hope back again. This is not lost. This dream is not lost. You just need to open your mind a little bit and open your eyes. Open up to the possibilities. You may start to meet people who are living your dream life, who are doing what you have wanted to do, and realizing that it is possible. I think that a lot of the members of your soul family have had a similar experience. They've had a dream that is so big, that seems so far out there, and it's through the pursuing of your dreams with faith that you are all going to come together. I have a feeling that those of you watching this reading, your romantic soulmate will be somebody who has very, very similar talents to you, like super specific niche. Like back to the piano example, maybe you guys like specialize in the same era of piano music, or you have the same favorite composer, or you want to perform in the same type of places. Maybe like both of you have a dream of making movie scores. It's like something very specific like that. And through both of you having the bravery to step out of your practical, realistic, mundane sort of life and go back to your earliest dream. For a lot of you, I feel like this is a childhood dream. This is how the two of you are going to be reunited. Some of you guys may even feel drawn to a person who is your soulmate because they're living that life that you want to live so much. And that's like one of the reasons you two decided to connect on this earth, is so that they could help to awaken you and help you to get reacquainted with your destined path, reacquainted with your talents. This reading is about you guys having the bravery to go for it, recognizing that it's not too late, that your rewards and blessings are still there. I feel like a lot of your soul family is coming in right now to give you like a pep talk not to give up, that your dream life is out there, that they're out there, that they're waiting for you with open arms, and that they love you. Like that's a really, I cannot stress this enough, how much you guys are surrounded by soulmates who love you so much. You might feel the presence of your soulmate's higher self with you a lot. They may communicate with you in your waking life, in dreams, through synchronicities. You might directly hear messages from them. They're with you all the time, and I feel like they're very, very vocal. And if you guys had more certainty and more confidence in their messages, I think you would hear them a lot more. Because right now, on both ends, I feel like a lot of the messages you send to each other are just getting like dismissed or mistaken for, you know, your own inner chatter. They're with you a lot more than you recognize. Your soulmate is saying, I'm everywhere. You know, when you are listening to your favorite song, I'm there. When you're basking in the sunlight, I'm there. Really, they're everywhere with you. Always sending you their love. And this card, Spirit. This card says, like, my spirit shapes my perceptions. And when I read this card in the context of the messages that we have here for you, I feel like this is about letting your spirit guide you rather than like the physical material world, rather than what is in front of you, rather than what other people say is possible. Just because people around you have accepted a boring reality or accepted a more mundane reality, it doesn't mean that you have to accept it. Whatever other people around you are deeming as possible, impossible, practical, impractical, realistic, unrealistic, that has no relation to what you can determine for your life. Let your spirit tell you rather than the world around you, rather than the circumstances that you find yourself in. Your reality is a product of your spirit, of your thoughts, of your emotions, and not the other way around. I feel like you guys just needed to be reminded to let your spirit guide you. And this way of living, it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of faith. So it's okay to stumble sometimes. It's okay to, you know, slip back into that feeling of powerlessness and discouragement. But this soul and these souls are coming in right now to encourage you, to help you feel empowered again, to help you feel in charge again. They're saying when you feel like the outcome is out of your hands, when you feel hopeless, it's an illusion. You can and will make your dreams happen. And they're saying, we're in this together. We will do it together. These souls, they haven't given up. They haven't given up on you. They want to pick you back up and say, let's do this together. So I'm gonna move on to the tarot now, and I'm actually going to do live shuffling today. So we'll see what messages. There are several souls coming through. Like, this is a romantic soulmate, I'm pretty sure, like a divine counterpart situation. There's definitely other soul family members coming through. So I might kind of switch back and forth, like your divine counterpart is saying this, your soul family is saying this. Yeah, there's a few of them. They're very excited to be able to connect with you, so bear with me as I try to discern who's coming through. The first card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. So one thing I do often see with this card is a past life connection between souls who have been through some really tough times together. So this could be you and your divine counterpart. Maybe you guys actually have some dreams or some memories about past lives with them where things have been pretty tough. I feel like sometimes you have been separated, sometimes you haven't made it to your goals together. It's been kind of a tough past history for the two of you. This is also a card that has the feeling of being left out, being lonely, being unsupported. I feel a feeling of like discouragement or losing hope from a lot of people who chose this pile. It's like, it's at the point where almost like you don't even want to get your hopes up again for your dream to come true. And I do think that many of you have been unsupported, and maybe that is the reason why it's hard for you to have hope now. Like previous times where you have tried to make your dreams happen, where you've tried to pursue the path that you wanted to, I feel like maybe the people around you, either they were indifferent towards it. It's like they didn't really seem to care about what you were doing, seemed to think it was cool or interesting or worth doing. Like they didn't give you any kind of encouragement in that regard. And in some worst cases, you may have even gotten some judgment or some criticism or been laughed at or been knocked down by people who were jealous of you. So and definitely your divine counterpart wants to take this moment to acknowledge that it may be difficult for you to like work up this courage to try again on your own, especially if you've been knocked down so many times in the past. It's very easy to say like, oh, it's, you know, you can still do it, don't give up, you just need to have hope again. It's very difficult to make yourself feel that again when you've been through some of the things that you guys have been through. That's what I'm feeling. So it's definitely very understandable that you would feel the way you are feeling now. Your soul family is saying that they're coming in to support you now. And in the meantime, if they can't be there to do that in person, they're supporting you on a soul level. And they want you to know that, and they want you to feel that and accept their support and accept their loving messages, and to know that it's not all in your head. If this is somebody who you know already, somebody who has been in your life, I feel like you're going to hear from this person very soon, and that will actually be like another sign to you guys that it's time for you to give like your dreams another chance. If you hear from this person from your past, this person who you've been involved with, you guys are getting like a very unexpected communication that is maybe a lot more heartfelt than you were thinking. This person will tell you not only how they're feeling now, but if you were involved with them in the past, they'll tell you like how they were feeling then, so that you don't have to be left in the dark about their past behavior, their past actions. They'll come to bring clarity. They'll come to apologize or forgive if that needs to be done. And it just seems so like sudden or unexpected. But it's a little way of reminding you that there's always hope, things can always change. And again, that the universe is always seeing you and has never forgotten about you. So this like message, this reaching out that you receive, it's like a little nod to you, a little confirmation. Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles cards here. So your financial situation could be improving soon. Some of you guys are being encouraged to Like pick something back up, something that you used to do, something that you used to practice, something that you used to study, something that has been like set aside on the back burner. You guys are being called right now to go back to it, to pick it back up. And I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but the message that keeps coming through for you guys is like something that you left behind in the past is coming back. It's not over. You still have a chance with it. You still have a chance to be successful with it. So maybe this is about you taking up the piano again. Or maybe you guys had like a channel, you were making content before and you stopped, and this soul is asking you to get back to it. You may want to come back and do something a little bit differently or pick back up where you left off. But the message for you is to get to work again. And things are going to be a lot more successful this time around. This to me has this energy of practice, preparation, perfection. And I see in this reading that like you guys finding your purpose, finding your dream career, and uniting with your soulmate, your divine counterpart, they seem to be very closely intertwined. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel that your soulmate that you'll end up with, they have like a very specific similar talent or similar niche, similar interest to you. You guys will probably have very similar careers. It's very likely that you will collaborate together at some point. It's like it's all in a package. And I think that from a spiritual and emotional level as well, that practice, preparation, perfection, it applies to that as well. Right now, you and your soulmate are both putting in the inner work that you need to put in and maturing and becoming the people that you need to be so that you can rewrite this history that you guys have. I know for sure in past lives, things have been tough for you. It might have been hard for you guys to end up together because of circumstances out of your control. But you also just may not have been ready, like on an emotional or spiritual level, to really embrace this union, like to really embrace this connection. And I think that this life is a chance for you to rewrite that through your own hard work, through your own faith and hope. And so right now you guys are like in this preparation stage. You're preparing for the blessings. This is the lifetime where you guys can be truly prosperous together, where you can truly feel like everything is perfect and everything was worth it. I also want to tell you guys, if you are picking up something that you had left for a while, left on the back burner, it's going to come back to you very, very quickly. You're naturally so talented. You are naturally so skilled. These skills will come to you very quickly. Knight of Swords. Things are speeding up for you. Things are about to speed up in your life. I feel like things are going to happen. For some of you, this is in a matter of weeks. You're going to receive this communication, or in a matter of weeks, you're going to start seeing those synchronicities that it's time to pursue your dream. It could also be, I'm seeing like the numbers 2 and 3. So it could be like 2 to 3 weeks. It could be 2 to 3 months for some of you. But I feel like this is happening very, very soon. The Knight of Swords shows things that are speeding up. And I've also seen it to mean communication coming in. So I think that that is a message for a lot of you. The nature of Knight of Swords communication is like somebody who has been thinking about you for a very long time and thinking about what they want to say to you for a very long time. And then when they finally come to you, it's like almost like they're dumping all of these thoughts, all of these feelings on you. And yes, it can be quite overwhelming. Even if you already knew how they were feeling intuitively, it can still be overwhelming when it all hits you in the 3D. So this could be like your divine counterpart is coming back and like sending you a really long message, or you could be meeting them if you haven't met them yet, and things are developing super, super quickly. And so, you know, your head is spinning with how fast things are going. There will be a point where you guys are like, what the heck? Like a week ago, I was so hopeless. I felt like things weren't happening in my life, and now everything is happening so fast. Like it's really that sudden of a change. It's really that sudden of a switch. New information, new communications, new offers are coming to you so quickly. And the message for you is take your time to absorb all of the information and decide what you want to do. And you don't need to get swept up in this whirlwind and respond quickly. You can set the pace. But things are changing really, really quickly for you. So these little sprouts, they may have spent a lot of time finding the surface and poking their heads up, but once they're up, they're growing into massive trees or massive vines really, really quickly. Yeah, 2-3 weeks or 2-3 months. Let's take one more. The last message that we have for you is the Chariot. This actually came up in, I think it was pile 3. And again, this is about really, really fast progress. This is about making a lot of progress in a short amount of time. This could be indicative of the month of July because it's Cancer energy and it has the number 7 on it. So I don't know when you guys happen to find this reading, but the month of July could be significant to you. Cancer season, it could also be Aquarius season. If when you happen to find this video, Aquarius season is closer, this could be a significant time frame as well. But you guys are making huge leaps in progress. And again, I don't really think it takes that much action from you right now. Things are going to start popping up in your experience. Things are going to start coming to you that you just can't ignore. The Chariot is about success, accomplishments, victory, recognition. You're moving up really, really fast. This is so sweet. I just got this image like, so these souls are telling you to have hope, right? And if you're struggling to have hope, it's like they're saying, oh my gosh, they're struggling, we need to go help them. And so everything is rushing in really, really quickly. So I see this like huge, favorable, fast turnaround for you in your life. And the advice to you is take it all in. It's huge changes, so of course you need time to process everything. And take your time to decide how fast, how slow you want to take this and how you want to pursue your dreams, because it's all in your power. It's all in your hands. Help is coming. The message is like help is coming. If you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling hopeless, help is coming. Your soulmates are going to come and lift you up again. Okay, so that's all the messages I'm getting for you. I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!